Hi, this is Nick George with Clouds Diamond Sharpening. I'm just going to show you a video on why you should oil your blade and how it benefits how long it'll stay sharp, and why it won't get as hot as bad, and why it's good to oil. Okay, let's go down to the table. Alright, so we'll start with what happens to a clipper blade without oil, okay? Well, this is what happens. It rusts. Oil prevents it from rusting. If your blades are rusting, you're not using enough oil, and then it's very hard to move. So that damages this lever, and then it damages the gear, puts play on everything, and all of a sudden this thing is just wobbling around, and it's barely moving your blade, and you're just leaving lines in the cut. Oil is good. It reduces friction heat, so the blade won't get as hot as fast. When dirt comes into the blade, the oil, it'll beat off with the oil, okay? And if you don't use oil, the dirt just sits in there and it grinds between these teeth. And what you're doing is just dulling it. You're just dulling it real fast. So this is an oil blade I sharpened like a month ago, and the customer hasn't picked it up yet. But look how easy that slides. And if you notice, it's not rusted at all. It's like perfectly clean. Look at this blade. I sharpened this. It's my test blade, and it's test blade with a ceramic cutter. But I always oil it, and I think I sharpened it like a year ago. Watch. Let's look at it. There's no rust on it. Now you see the little grooves in it. Well, that's from it running. So eventually blades need to be sharpened because they'll go dull. Especially when they go flat, they're dull. My wheel is not flat. It's like a convex pattern on both sides, and then the guide pushes it together, so it pinches on the edges. If your blades are turning orange, that's from not oiling your blades. So here's an unoiled blade that sat for a while, and you can't even, well, there it goes, it broke free. But watch, even if you put it on this clipper, see how horrible that sounds? Put oil on it. Yeah, speed up, sounds better. But that's a non-sharpened blade. So then you put this blade on here, perfectly oiled and sharpened, it sounds great. And it'll cut great. Here's my other oiled blade. Put it on. It sounds great. Here's an unoiled blade. There we go again. Better. Okay, so now if you have a rattling blade, we might as well just go ahead and fix this. I use a pair of pliers. And you don't squeeze this like some people tell me, and that's wrong. You squeeze these little ears just a little bit. Don't break them, or you'll be buying a new socket. They're about $5. And then always engage the blade while it's running. See, now it doesn't rattle at all. So oil and fixing that socket help that blade. It probably won't cut very good because it's worn out. Now you can see how a worn out blade. See, when there's no lip here, means it's see how there's no gap. Look at this one. This is a good blade. See the gap in there? That's good. You need that so there's not so much metal rubbing on each other and the blade won't get as hot. So yeah, oiling your blade makes them stay sharper longer, and run cooler, and it's beneficial to your clipper. It won't get your clipper as hot, And a lot of people say their clippers are getting hot, but most of the time it's this blade getting so hot it transfers through all this and gets hot through the motor. You get these motors hot, and once they melt those little coils on the armature, let's see, here's an armature. See, these are covered in plastic, little plastic coating, and when these wires start shorting together, it doesn't make a flow of electricity correctly, and it starts shorting these posts together. Your clipper's getting hot, it's eating brushes, and the only way, once this overheats, the only way to fix this is to replace it, and they're expensive. This one's about $55 just for the part. So you don't want to get your motors hot, and you don't want to get your blades hot. If they get hot, I recommend having 2 of each blade at least. Take a marble block, set one on the marble block, let it cool down, use the other one. And I recommend every time you snap a blade on, at least oil it once. People say, well, it gets the dog dirty. Well, it's scentless and clear, and you don't have to use that much, just like this. Just a little line across there, or some people just put 3 little dots. That's better than nothing. 1 dot, 1 little dot, and put some right there. Show it a little love, and he'll treat you right, I promise. Alright, well, I hope this video helped you. Oil your blades. Every time you snap them on this clipper, I recommend just oiling it. And if you still don't want to get oil anywhere, then I recommend oiling it and blowing it off. That's still better than not oiling it all. And oil when you put them away. If you're not going to use them for a while, it'll prevent that rust from coming on. Even in moisture, it'll help. It protects the metal. And you don't want these blades getting hot because they don't stay sharp as long, because first of all, the metal bends and warps, and once they're flat, then they start lifting up on the edges of the blade, and then it starts pulling hair. So you need to have a little bit of shape on there, and then it pushes them together and it pinches on the edges and it cuts real nice, I promise. Alright, well, keep it sharp, keep it looking good, keep them coming in, and I'll keep making videos. If you have any video ideas, guys, you could just put them in the comment area and I'll try to make them. Don't get mad at me if I can't make them, because I am super busy. But yeah, have a good day.